Is it possible for a solo singer from South Korea to stand alone amid the dominance of the world's biggest K-pop groups, and even surpass many of them in one of the most decisive global metrics in the streaming era? What if a seemingly simple data table actually hides a massive surprise that makes global music fans pause for a moment and ask, since when has an idol been able to reach this level of dominance? And most astonishing of all, what if the number appearing on the screen is not just an ordinary statistic, but concrete proof that an artist is carving a new chapter in global music history? These are the very questions that suddenly shook the international K-pop community after the latest data from Chartmasters circulated widely on social media and triggered a wave of emotional reactions from fans. It all began when the popular charting account at K-pop for charting on the platform X shared a post that appeared simple, but turned out to have an extraordinary impact. The post displayed a screenshot from an official Chartmasters table titled Top 10 Most Streamed K-Acts across all on-demand audio platforms. At first glance, the list simply showed rankings and streaming numbers measured in billions. However, for K-pop fans who closely follow music industry statistics in great detail, those numbers instantly sparked intense curiosity. In the middle of a list dominated by the names of giant groups, there was a single solo name standing alone, and it had actually surpassed many other major artists. That name was Jungkook. In the list, the highest position is still occupied by the phenomenal group BTS, which sits at global rank number 11 with a total of 90.9 billion streams across all on-demand audio platforms. That figure alone demonstrates the massive global scale of BTS as one of the biggest artists in modern music history. Yet just beneath the dominance of other major groups, another surprising fact appears. At global rank number 173 with a total of 20.4 billion streams, Jungkook is recorded as the highest-ranked K-pop soloist on the list. For many people who see this number for the first time, it might appear to be just another statistic. But for observers of the digital music industry, 20.4 billion streams carries a much deeper meaning. The number comes purely from on-demand audio platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, without counting music video views or other visual content. In other words, the figure reflects something extremely important in the modern music economy: how often an artist's music is actually played by listeners around the world. As fans began to notice Jungkook's position on the list, another surprise quickly followed. Not only did he enter the top 10 K-acts with the highest streaming totals, but he also managed to outperform several other major names, including K-pop solo artists with extremely strong global fan bases. One of the names below him on the list is Jimin, who is recorded at global rank number 240 with a total of 16.8 billion streams. Reactions on social media exploded almost immediately. Many fans were shocked to realize that the gap between Jungkook and many other artists was actually quite significant. Within hours of at K-pop_charting's post being published, the upload had already gathered more than 1,000 likes and hundreds of reposts. Comments from fans poured in with a mix of admiration, disbelief, and nearly uncontrollable excitement. One of the most widely shared comments was short but filled with emotion. Jungkook need to release Golden 2 to become number 2. Another comment sounded even more dramatic, with a sentence that immediately caught the attention of many users. The gap is insane. The phrase might sound simple, but for K-pop fans who are accustomed to seeing fierce competition in the world of charting, the word gap carries an extremely important meaning. Why? Because in the global streaming world, a difference of several billion streams can represent an enormous difference in popularity. And in Jungkook's case, that gap has become a symbol of something bigger than just numbers. Many fans have started to wonder whether this is proof that Jungkook has successfully crossed the traditional boundary between a K-pop idol and a global pop star. This phenomenon did not appear overnight. Since releasing his first solo album, Golden, Jungkook has already shown signs that his solo career would grow at an incredible speed. Songs such as 7, 3D, and Standing Next to You not only dominated global charts but also expanded his listener reach across multiple regions of the world. Music industry analysts often point out that Jungkook's success as a soloist cannot be separated from two main factors. The first is BTS's massive and loyal global fan base. The second is Jungkook's ability to adapt to international pop music styles without losing the K-pop identity that formed the foundation of his career. This combination creates a formula that rarely appears in the music industry. However, the latest Chartmasters data offers a different perspective. Instead of seeing Jungkook merely as a BTS member who successfully launched a solo career, many observers are now beginning to view him as a global artist capable of competing with major names outside the K-pop industry. The list published by Chartmasters also shows how dramatically the Korean music landscape has changed over the past decade. Besides BTS and Jungkook, several other groups appearing on the list include Blackpink at position number 88 with 31.2 billion streams, Stray Kids at number 96 with 29.8 billion streams, and Twice at number 105 with 27.3 billion streams. Other major groups such as 17 are recorded at number 178 with 20.1 billion streams, while newer K-pop generation acts like New Jeans appear at number 248 with 16.5 billion streams. Below them are Tomorrow X Together and ENHYPEN, who are also showing rapid growth in the global market. Yet amid all these major group names, Jungkook's position feels especially unique. He is not a multi-member group, nor a large collaborative project. He is a solo artist standing alone in the middle of an extremely competitive global landscape. This uniqueness is exactly why many fans believe that the 20.4 billion streams may only be the beginning of something much bigger. Especially since in the coming weeks, the K-pop world is waiting for the release of a new project that fans have been discussing for a long time. Many speculations link the surge of attention surrounding Jungkook to a new BTS album rumored to be released on March 20, 2026, titled Arirang. Rumors about this project have been circulating for months, but the latest Chartmasters data has made the speculation even more intense. Many fans believe that if Jungkook releases another solo project or participates in a major BTS release, his streaming numbers could surge far beyond their current position. The big question now emerging among fans and industry analysts is whether Jungkook's dominance as a soloist will continue. Is 20.4 billion streams merely a temporary figure before the next surge arrives? Or is this the sign that a new era in the K-pop industry has begun? An era in which an idol can evolve into a global pop star with influence that transcends genre and national borders. For fans, the answer may already be obvious. The emotional reactions appearing on social media show just how proud they are of Jungkook's achievement. But for the global music industry, these numbers carry a much broader message. They demonstrate that K-pop is no longer merely a regional phenomenon but has become a significant part of the global pop ecosystem. And in the middle of that transformation, one name continues to emerge as a symbol of that evolution: Jungkook. With 20.4 billion streams and a global position that continues to rise, many people are beginning to wonder whether his career journey has just entered its most exciting chapter. If Chartmasters data has already managed to surprise fans today, then one big question now hangs in the air. How much further will that number continue to grow once new projects begin to be released? Several comments appearing on the platform X sounded almost disbelief-filled at the numbers they were seeing. Some users wrote that the achievement felt unreal, while others said the gap between Jungkook and many other K-pop soloists was so large that it was difficult to describe in simple words. Reactions like these reveal one important thing. The data released is not just another set of statistics, but a real reflection of an artist's global power. Over the past few weeks, fans' attention has already been focused on various speculations regarding the next musical projects from the members of BTS. Many believe that this momentum is not merely a coincidence. Some have even begun speculating that the surge of attention toward Jungkook's solo catalog could be an early signal of something bigger being prepared behind the scenes.